Hello, and welcome back to another Cobra Kai video. In this video, we are going to look at what we know and what we think will happen to Robby in Season 3 of Cobra Kai. In case you are out of the loop, that is coming on January 8th, 2021. Now, let's start with what we know, or more specifically, a review of where we left off at the end of Season 2. Warning, major spoilers ahead. Make sure you have watched the entirety of Season 2 before proceeding. You have been warned. During the school brawl, this happens. In the Season 3 teaser, we get this tease. So evidently, Robby is going to a juvenile detention center for what he did to Miguel. I think this is fair. He should not go unpunished. The only question is, how long will he be in there? We don't really have any real insight into this, and I'll leave the speculation for later in the video. Now, last he saw he was dating Sam, or more accurately, Sam was dating him. So what's going to happen with this? Well, here's the last thing Sam said to Robby.
Robby, what did you do?
Even though Daniel said,
"Thought I could help him. But he's got his own family. I need to focus on mine."
And effectively pushed Robby away from him and the rest of his family, for the second time I might add, this didn't seem to have an effect on the two, or at least a significant one. I don't think,
Robby, what did you do?
means Sam is breaking up with him. I think it's more of a, whoa there, what just happened kind of reaction. But they might still break up because of either Daniel's motivation or some other reason that Sam deduces while she is waiting for Miguel to recover. I'm not sure. So when will Robby get out of juvenile detention? I think this will happen sometime midway through the season. Consider what Robby has been told before.
I did the crime, I gotta do the time, right?
Now, of course, if more of the story takes place in the detention center, like maybe Hawk purposefully commits a crime to enter the same detention center and go after Robby, then Robby might be there a larger percentage of the season. The first question is, where is Robby going to stay when he gets out? He pushed himself away from these friends, his mom went to rehab, Daniel said no more to Robby, and so all he's left with is his father, Johnny. We got a tease at the end of Season 2 with Johnny serving as a father towards Robby. And what will likely happen after Robby gets out of juvenile detention is that Johnny will take him in at his house. I don't know how long his mother will be in rehab for, but when she's done, she won't have an apartment anymore. So will she start fresh, or will she stay with Johnny? I'm inclined to think that she will start fresh, but I can't say for sure. It really depends on how long she is in rehab for. Now about Robby's karate training. Kreese really wanted to be training Robby.
You should be training that boy.
Johnny never really seemed to share that attitude.
It's never gonna happen, alright?
But if Daniel won't train him, who will? Or, more importantly, will anyone? Obviously, Johnny isn't going to let his own son train with the person who sent him down the wrong path in the first place, so Robby is left with three options: train with Johnny, train with Daniel, or don't train at all. But will Daniel let him back into his life? I think so, but not right away. Daniel has always cared for Robby.
Hey, listen. It's all right.
And Robby has always appreciated his help.
Thanks for teaching me.
When Daniel pushed him away the first time, he took him back after some motivation from his wife.
Oh, come on, you're not gonna cheer for your own student?
He's not my student. All right? Amanda, I can't. Kid lied to me.
So he lied, so what? He's a kid. He obviously wasn't in it with Johnny, or he wouldn't be fighting his students.
So it would make sense that Amanda will convince Daniel to let Robby back into his life. I've heard people call Amanda the voice of reason, and this makes sense. She cares for Robby,
Oh, that poor thing. I can't believe he's been living by himself.
but is also thoughtful and reasonable when it comes to him.
All right, slow down. Yes, obviously he can stay here tonight, but if we're talking about long term, we're gonna have to talk to his parents.
But what would happen when Daniel lets Robby back into his life? Presumably, by this time, Robby will have had some opportunities for the long overdue bonding between the two of them, and so will Johnny just give his son away back to Daniel? Probably not. This seems to me to lead to Johnny and Daniel teaming up. How they team up is the question. Are they going to team up against Kreese? Are they going to team up to train Robby? Are they going to team up to train the rest of the Miyagi-Do students? It is quite clear that they have different styles of karate, balance versus aggression and physical power. So, well, I'm not sure which of these is going to happen. I don't think they are going to team up and go after Kreese since Daniel doesn't have an incentive to do so, but maybe he has a change of heart after his supposed trip to Okinawa. Okay, so back to Robby. We talked about him and Sam, him and Johnny, him and Daniel, but we've yet to discuss him and Miguel. I think this is the most important relationship that Robby has. It started here.
That's it. It's the best thing I got, you know.
Thank you so much. That's it.
When he found out that Miguel took his role as Johnny's son. Then Miguel started to dislike him because he didn't like that he was hanging out with Sam. Notice what Robby says.
Wait, this is a boyfriend?
Yeah.
And then he says,
Go stop it!
Hey man, you want to try that again?
he has every reason to be upset with Miguel, yet he doesn't show it here, at least not physically. Then when he starts dating Sam, Miguel says,
So you are having me think I'm a paranoid asshole and yet you're on a date with Robby?
Clearly Miguel doesn't appreciate that Robby and Sam are dating, but Robby resents him for a much different reason. When he gets kicked over the railing, Robby is finally letting all of his anger out on him. This is not to say that Robby's actions were justified, just that that's why he did it. Miguel is probably not joining Kreese's Cobra Kai. He's always seen through Kreese's teachings. So will he train with Robby and be forced to respect him and appreciate him for who he is? Or will they forever be enemies? Well, if Robby moves in with his father, then they'll be living across the apartment from each other, so they'll likely encounter each other eventually and often, at least once Miguel gets out of the hospital. I don't see a situation where they do get along, but I also don't see a situation where they don't get along, seeing as though Johnny plays a significant role in both Miguel and Robby's lives. So what actually happens in this regard is something that you should let me know your thoughts on down in the comments below. Alright, that will conclude this video. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you again in my next Cobra Kai video. But until then, take your comment and
Send it to the internet!